Damone's here, so Damone, say hi to everybody.
Well,
But yeah, like your panels were like really good. Um, just why did you stop?
um, I'm glad you asked, man. Let me ask you, what's the word on the street as to why I don't do panels anymore?
Um, because the whole drama surrounding about Tommy there.
Oh, because I had heard that some people were saying that Tom told me not to do panels anymore. Have you heard that?
No, I haven't.
That's what I hear from some people. Um, so I'll just get that out of the way right now. Tom has never told me or asked me to do anything, not one thing. So that is completely untrue. If But the people that are leveling that accusation, I don't really think they're interested in the truth. I think they're interested in continuing this us versus them narrative. But
Yeah.
that never happened. So I'm going to clear that up right now. Whether they choose to believe it or not, it's out of my control. I've shared exactly why I quit doing panels and having my own with a few people. Other than that, I just let people speculate. The reason I stopped um, is because well, there was a friend of mine, a community member, and part of CPP fam that had passed away unexpectedly. Um,
Sorry to hear that. My condolences.
yeah, I appreciate that, man. She was loved by a lot of people, and we had spent, you know, 2 3 months together as a group every night, just chatting and getting to know each other. And she had passed away unexpectedly, and that was rough for everyone. She's missed for sure.
Mhm.
So it was I believe it was the same day that happened, is the same day, or quite possibly it was the next day where the news story from Tom and his 501c3 came out. Um,
Okay.
and so leading up to that, man, I was pretty getting fed up and irritated by the constant drama. So, then she passed away, and then that news story came out. And I'm talking to my best friend in the whole world at that moment, Janie girl, who I love with all my heart. I
Hmm.
was talking to her on the phone, and we were kind of, shooting the shit, going over memories, um, things like that, and just kind of, you know, decompressing, after the loss of a friend of ours.
Yeah.
And while I'm talking to her, I'm getting text messages and DMs because I guess there was a panel with, um, discussing Tom and the 501c3 news story or something to that effect. I don't know. I never watched it.
Hmm.
And I'm getting texts and DMs. Well, where are you at? Why aren't you on this panel? Um, and I got really pissed off because I'm sitting here trying to talk to Janie, and I'm getting annoyed because people are texting me as if I'm under some obligation to be present anytime. Um, Yo, shout out Sid Vicious, my man. Um, there seems to be this obligation for me to be present anytime that there's drama with CPP. Um, I guess I need to be a spokesperson or a representative, um, which I'm not under any obligation to do. And so I'm getting those messages, those DMs. I'm getting more and more pissed off and frustrated. And then while I'm on the phone with Janie, I pull up the YouTube app and open it, and I see a video from the community, the channel.
Yeah.
And, it says something like Tom's 501c3 issues or drama, and the community wants to know where is Damone.
Right. I don't know
pretends
why
to
he's saying I'm
be
lying about.
Yeah, we should pull
Damone
up that.
pretends to
that
be this like even keel, like I'm on both sides, but then he goes into Gilded, goes into Tommy, like uh digs himself in, and it's like, oh, Tommy, these people, but he pretends to be on both sides. But Damone's just as bad as Tommy.
Well, I'm sure you've watched like.
And it was kind of at that exact point I knew that I was done. I was,
Really?
yeah, and it was because, do they not consider that, I might be talking to a friend of mine or spending time with my family, things of that nature. Um, and the video had my face on the front of it, and that's fine. I put my face out there many times.
Yeah.
But at that moment, I knew I was just done.
Yeah, like I guess people would handle it differently.
Sure. Yeah.
Like how I see it is maybe you're getting free exposure, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, and that would have meant something to me.
Yeah.
A while ago, but it doesn't. It doesn't now. I don't really mind the community as a channel, but it's just at that moment they put that video out, and
Yeah. It was bad timing.
it was really poor timing.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
Yeah, yeah, and so on top of that, there's some things in my personal life that were happening as well. Say last night, and all this other shit. And so it was kind of like the perfect storm. But yeah, it was that video that did me in. Shout out the community.
Um, yeah.
To be honest with you, bro, like it's obvious I like attention. I'm just being straight up with you.
Yeah. I'm saying hopefully you do consider coming back doing them one day. Like don't let like the video what the community did get to you like that. You shouldn't,
Yeah, and to be clear, Red Hood fucking A, bro. Hilarious, man. The community wasn't at fault. They're just doing what they're doing. It was just the timing of it. Um, you know.
That is totally inappropriate.
Yeah, again, it's understandable, but like I saw that, I'm like, oh, wait, here we go.